All right, we're here on Steps of War, the second map of the MLG Showcase Series, Week 6, Artosis versus Cauthon Luck. And Sean, TVZ on this map. I know every week I ask you kind of do this, so what are you going to expect from this matchup on Steps of War?
I love this map because of how much aggression it allows for, and Cauthon Luck definitely took advantage of that when we saw him play last week against Idra. And this week, even though Artosis is here, I'll probably end up calling him Idra a few times as well, considering how nearly identical their play is. But again, Artosis doesn't quite have that refinement that Idra has. I imagine that if Idra was in the exact same position that Artosis was in last game, that first battle would have been a lot more one-sided than it was. But still, I think Cauthon Luck, I already see he has that SCV rallied to his ramp, probably going to be going for some sort of aggressive opening the way he did before, almost certainly trying to do that bunker block at the Expo.
We do see the drone coming out from Artosis. Pretty much the same thing that we saw last time. He is going to be going a little bit more north, though. I guess he's going to be grabbing that Zelnaga. Okay, now he's... Oh, I guess he was looking for a proxy there.
He's paranoid.
Yeah, he's super, super paranoid. I guess he's been playing a lot of ladder and just been getting cheesed. And because of that, he just scouts a little bit differently, which isn't a bad thing at all. It's actually really, really smart. So now we do see the barracks going down. We see some harass on that SCV from Artosis, which is actually really, really strong because those SCVs do now have 45 HP. It looks like that one's down to 10. Oh, he almost got it down to 5 HP, but now that drone's in danger of dying. He does pull it away, however, and put a new SCV back on. It looks like Artosis is going to go back for that other SCV. He's got 5 HP now, however. Looks like he's going to be able to micro, try to get a little bit more information here. I think that SCV eventually will catch up to him. Wow, he's trying to fit. Wow, he does kill that SCV on the refinery, but then the drone dies right after. Now, going back on Artosis' base, we do see that spawning pool going down. It looks like he is saving up minerals to throw down that hatch at the natural expansion. So pretty much the same opener that we saw last game, this game, from Artosis.
I'm still surprised that Cauthon Luck's walling in with the depot. That's just so risky against early banelings, which a lot of players have started to pick up ever since Dimaga did that in the Zotac Cup. It does look like Artosis is going to try to build the hatch, but look, Cauthon Luck's going to get there just in time. Is he going to get it down? No! Oh, man.
A little bit of deja vu right there.
Yeah, I know, right? And here's Artosis trying to man up and just take out the SCV, but it does not look like it's going to happen. That SCV is going to try to pull back. It's going to begin building a bunker, which builds very quickly. Look at it, already well into almost at 100 hit points just after a few seconds of construction. So it looks like he's going to try to pull out safe and sound, no harm, no foul, and happily backs off. And Artosis' build is already a little bit thrown off. It looks like he is going to be able to build that hatchery, but Marines are already done, and Cauthon Luck, I would not be surprised if we did a bunch of early Marine aggression.
Right, we do see that orbital command now done. It has been done actually for quite some time. So he's able to drop down his mule. Pretty standard opener. He's dropping down that factory, so we probably will see a reactor down on that barracks pretty soon. There it goes, actually dropping it. So we will see possibly the same Hellion play that we saw last game. The Roachborn is now going down inside of Artosis' base, but usually that hatchery is done by now. So he's a little bit thrown off of his build, like you were saying. We do see 4 lings now going across the map, looking like they're going to try to get a little bit of extra information, but that wall is complete now in Cauthon Luck's base, so they're not going to be able to get in and actually get the information that they're looking for.
And in last game, we saw Cauthon Luck do exactly this. See, there's that second barracks going down. Almost certainly we're going to have 2 tech labs popping out almost immediately. And this is real smart by Artosis. He's going to move those links back and forth, and right when he thinks that factory is going to be lifting, he can run the links up into the base if he wants to get any extra intel. Cauthon Luck's very carefully positioning the factory. There, the factory does land. Oh, yeah, but Cauthon Luck, as I was saying before, did almost this identical build. Actually, I think he did do this identical build in the game before with just a little bit of variation with that bunker at the start. But these barracks with a tech lab are going to be a lot more threatening on Steps of War because the positions are so close. Also, Artosis did build that roach warren already. He has those creep tumors down, getting ready to expand across the map. Some roaches are coming out, but not nearly as many drones as you would want this early on in the game, which means that he's not going to be able to afford spine crawlers, which means that it's going to be just roaches against marauders and some hellions, and the marauders and hellions are going to win that straight up every single time.
We do see, however, 1 refinery, and I want to ask you, do you think he can kind of amass the force that he's looking for with only 1 refinery down on that gas for Cauthon Luck?
I think it's okay. I wouldn't mind. I mean, you can definitely support 2 tech labs by themselves. And oh, look at this. Cauthon Luck being really aggressive, trying to take out the spine crawler. Oh, Artosis does cancel it. and that is a little bit of a vulnerable drone trying to remake it himself into yet another spine crawler. The one issue by being on one gas the way that Cauthon Luck is, you can't really tech to anything like Medivacs, Banshees. You can't really get stim, those sorts of things. Only just now does it look like he's able to afford stim, and it looks like Cauthon Luck actually forgot a depot doing that supply call down to be able to have that little extra boost.
I've actually never seen that used in any replay ever by a Terran player, so I guess that is a pretty big thing. He's using those Hellions to kind of harass that the hatchery a little bit. I'm not sure how many drones he killed there, but we do see more Hellions, and now actually 4 Marauders and 2 Marines come over here, and Artosis is going to be moving that spine crawler up in the back of that natural expansion to the front of it. He doesn't only have 4 roaches right now. We see another drone coming up. Looks like he's going to throw down another spine crawler now with 2 more roaches kind of coming in. We do see a Hydralisk den now being thrown into the main of Artosis' base, and it looks like we might see a push here from Cauthon relatively soon.
Yeah, Artosis just has way more stuff than he wants. And what is Artosis doing? He's saying, here, you have this. I mean, it's just 3 roaches. And look, this attack moving forward, these spine crawlers deal a lot more damage, a lot faster. First spine crawler down. Artosis cancels the second spine crawler, and Artosis might be done right here. All those roaches are neatly lined up, even though those Hellions don't do that much damage to them. If you have 6 Hellions and a bunch of lined up roaches, they are going to fall fast, especially with that Marauder support. And there is just not nearly enough money for Artosis to support what he wants to be doing. That second queen, Edda's expansion is down. Artosis trying to clump up and advance forward, but some nice micro by Cauthon Luck just backing up and continuing to shoot. Another roach falls. Looks like that one at the tail end is going to get burned up by those Hellions, and Artosis has so much larva saved up at this expansion, but he just cannot spend it because he just does not have the economy. Cauthon Luck continuing to macro, just has Hellions, Marauders, everything pouring out of every possible unit producing structure to try to end this game immediately.
Yeah, it looks like Artosis might be kind of giving up on that. Well, actually, never mind. He does throw down a spine crawler there at the natural expansion. We see more roaches pour in from that main hatchery of Artosis. Actually, that hatchery did just fall at the natural expansion. Those mighty, mighty broodlings having to chase those Marauders back there after he finishes the hatchery. But now we see more roaches just kind of amassing there at the ramp. We do see Burrow actually being research, at the hatchery of Artosis. Now we see another drone looking like it's going to possibly throw down a spine crawler there. Not really sure what he's... Okay, yeah, the spine crawler going down right to the right of the ramp there with another one up top. Now we do see Cauthon kind of pushing forward. Looks like he's going to try to break this choke, this little hold that Artosis has. We do see him finish off that spine crawler, just snipe it actually relatively easy. We do see him push in, and it looks like Artosis isn't going to be able to take as many shots as Cauthon is there from down below, and those roaches are just getting demolished there at the top of the ramp.
Wow.
Looks like he's going to push in, take down that spine crawler relatively easily. We do see a GG from Artosis as he knows it is over, as Marauders and Hellions just pour into his base. Now, do you think that the reason why Cauthon could push so easily on this map was because the distances between the base are so much shorter than on Lost Temple?
You know, part of it had to do with the distance, definitely. I mean, that's the best part about Steps of War is you can just be so aggressive and you get rewarded for it. But I really think a lot of it has to do with that first bunker being placed down. A lot of people just think, oh, I'm going to build this bunker to delay the hatch a little bit. Ha, ha, ha. You know, they're kind of proud that they're being a little bit obnoxious, you know. But in reality, this means that the creep isn't going to be there early enough, so you can't build spine crawlers early enough. So you have to build roaches before you can build drones for that expansion. So there's going to be a little more roaches than Artosis wanted. And then when this push comes, it comes right at the time when Zerg's really thinking about starting to get his economy going. He doesn't want to be worrying about some huge-ass attack, but because he made all those units, made all those roaches, that those Marauders counter so well, he was just in an awful spot and lost almost immediately.
All right, so we will be back relatively soon on our third map, Desert Oasis, where last week you do remember seeing Cauthon Luck do that impressive Banshee build, so hopefully we'll see it again here on the third map, or next up on the third match on Desert Oasis.